Okay, let's have Sebastian Brown from University of Oregon.
Great, let's pull this up real quick. Share this. Can y'all see that okay? Okay, I see some nodding heads. Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Sebastian Brown. I am the Southern California Regional Representative for the University of Oregon, although I'm joining you all from Houston currently. So excited to share a little bit more about the U of O. If you're not familiar with Oregon, we are in Eugene. It is the second largest city in the state of Oregon. We are about 2 hours south of Portland. So there's two convenient ways to get to campus. You could fly directly into Eugene, oftentimes through like San Diego or Orange County, one of those local airports, or you could fly into Portland. It's a very beautiful, picturesque 2-hour drive through kind of all the forest, all that. And we are about an hour from both the coast and the mountains. So especially for students that want to explore a little bit of the area outside of the city of Eugene, we really have a lot of opportunities for students. Eugene is known as the #1 green city in the United States, not just for all of the trees and greenery on campus, but also for how students get around. There is a bus system that goes throughout the campus and the city that is free for students to use with their Oregon ID. We also have a lot of biking on campus, rollerblade, and walking as well. One thing to know with Oregon is there's a bit of a misconception about the weather. Most folks think that it's just raining constantly all the time. That is certainly not the case. We do get all 4 seasons. And so coming from Southern California, a little further north to Oregon might be a nice change of pace, especially around this time of year when it's still really hot in California, but you get some of that nice fall weather up in Oregon. So the University of Oregon is home to about 18,000 undergraduate students. A lot of folks think that we're much bigger than we actually are in terms of our enrollment size, but we really are more of a mid-sized school. We have a lot of geographic diversity on campus, so we have students from all 50 states. California is actually one of our biggest out-of-state markets. About a quarter of our population come from the state of California, and a lot of international students as well. About 10% are from outside of the United States. So whether that sense of diversity, different perspectives are found in the classroom or in the clubs and organizations that you'll join, we really celebrate that diversity on our campus. So why the University of Oregon? Again, I mentioned we're about 18,000 undergraduate students. We operate a little bit more kind of like a smaller school, that mid-size. So our student to faculty ratio is 17:1, meaning that you are going to know who your faculty are. They are going to know you. They're going to be able to help write those personalized letters of recommendation if you're going off to graduate school or applying for your first job outside of college. We are a tier 1 research institution. So roughly 3/4 of our students are engaged in some form of research. Now, a lot of folks think that means biology, chemistry, you're in the lab, maybe wearing a lab coat or something like that, but it could also be research that's relevant to your field. Things like voting patterns, if you're a political science major. There's a lot of unique ways that students can conduct research while on campus. We also have our Clark Honors College that operates a little bit like a smaller liberal arts institution within the University of Oregon. And I can talk a little bit more about that maybe in the breakout session. And then about 25% of our students will study abroad and actually leave the US at some point during their 4 years. As far as our academics go, a couple of our top majors, we do have 168 different programs that we offer. So if you are looking for something that's a little more traditional or rather unique, chances are we have something that can fit your fancy. But some of our more popular majors include advertising, architecture, biology. Our School of Business is actually one of just the 1% in the world that offers an AACSB and an AC PSB accreditation. So not many schools will offer both. It's usually one or the other. We're also very well known for our physiology and sports business programs, journalism, and psychology. Life at the University of Oregon is really based on community and helping our students, find those different clubs and organizations and sense of belonging. So we have over 300 different clubs and organizations. A lot of folks know us for our 20 Division I programs. If you're not doing anything after this college fair, Oregon is going to kick off against Washington State here in a little bit. So you can start your tradition of saying "Go Ducks" loudly at the TV. But there's a lot of fun and unique ways that students will find that sense of community and belonging on campus. There we go. So what are the next steps to actually end up at Oregon? A lot of folks sometimes have some anxiety about, well, what does a university take into consideration? So of course your GPA is important, but we're also taking into consideration things like the trend of your grades. Are you challenging yourself through your senior year? If you are a sophomore or a junior, that is something I always encourage students to keep in mind, is that we want to see that you're still challenging yourself in that fall of senior year. You're still taking AP courses, that schedule activities as well. We want to make sure that you are an engaged member of our community. So seeing things like work experience, volunteering, anything like that. We are test optional for both admission and scholarships academics. So if you have test scores, wonderful, but if not, we don't require those. And then of course, a personal statement. We are, there's 3 ways that you can apply to Oregon. We are a member of the Common App. We also accept the Coalition, and we have our own personal UO application. So for those seniors, some deadlines, we do have our November 1st early action deadline. We also have a January 15th deadline, and that is regular decision. Those are some of the things of maybe, hey, what's the difference, or what deadline might be the best fit for you. As your admissions counselor, I'd be happy to have some of those more one-on-one conversations. Do know that students, once they apply, they have until February 15th to submit any additional what we call a self-reported academic record, and that is how we would evaluate any merit-based scholarships. So that is an incentive to apply early in November. You have a little bit more time to submit those documents, but again, that's something that I can help you with. And then all the way up until May 1st, when you make that final decision deadline. A lot of folks are often concerned about finances, especially going out of state. And one thing that we really try to serve our students and provide an affordable education goes along with our Oregon Guarantee. And so it actually guarantees that students have a fixed tuition rate for up to 5 years. We know in the last couple of years, some students maybe want to double major and it will take extra time, or something like COVID happens and you need to take a semester off. And so having that peace of mind, knowing that your tuition will not increase while you are a duck up to 5 years really helps with the affordability at Oregon. Last but not least, stay in touch. I will be traveling the area later this fall, so I'd love to meet you all in person. But if you scan that QR code, it's a great way for us to stay in touch. You can also take a picture and reach out to me, phone calls, text messages, emails, carrier pigeons, anything like that. Whatever works for you works for me. And I will pass it off to whoever's next.
Hi, everyone. So I will ask that the representative from SOCA go ahead, and then we'll try the order again, and then skip if they're haven't logged on yet. So thank you. Okay, so is the representative from St. Mary's here?
Yes, I'm here. I'm ready now.
Okay, great.
Let me share my screen. Share. Share. All right, can everybody see my screen? Yes. No. Okay. Oh, all right, let me go back. Welcome everyone. My name is Magali. I'm here from St. Mary's College of California. I am an alum from St. Mary's. I'm a senior admission counselor at St. Mary's, and I completed my bachelor's degree of science here at this university. It's a pleasure to be here. Many of you might be considering going to a small private four-year university. St. Mary's is well known for having small, tight niche communities, and then also for our liberal arts education. But before I go into further details, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about where we're located. So we are located in Moraga, California. The campus is very small. Many students and families have thought that our university is a high school, but it's not. It's a four-year university. But something to know that's really nice about St. Mary's, it may seem like we're isolated, but the campus itself is just St. Mary's College staff, students, faculty. But then close to us is Moraga, the town of Moraga, or Orinda. But something that is really nice is that we're really close to the Bay Area. So if you wanted to go out and explore Berkeley, it's 15 minutes away. Oakland is 30 minutes away. San Francisco is about a 45-minute drive away, maybe an hour on BART, but BART is really accessible to our campus. We just partnered up with Lyft, so it gives students free rides to the BART station. You just have to pay for your own ticket, but many students really like having the ability to just sit down and focus on studies, or if they want to go and explore the Bay Area, they're more than welcome to. We do have arranged events where students can go out with their halls or maybe with their classrooms. So there's many things to explore around St. Mary's. So our population at St. Mary's for undergraduate students is about 2,100. The campus is very small. I'll show you in a bit more about the class size numbers. Many students come to St. Mary's for our liberal arts education. We're well known for providing some STEM majors as well as creative art classes, such as performing arts, dance, writing and journalism. And then one other unique fact about St. Mary's is that we do identify as a Catholic Lasallian institution. So what this means is we do identify with a religious affiliation, but know that not all of our students practice the Catholic faith. In fact, at St. Mary's, we have many students that come from a different background or a different interfaith, and we provide a safe space for students if they need to practice, or if students want to share their culture or their interfaith with the community. We have different programmings on campus that students can connect with and work with. We are a small university. We are tiny but mighty. We're well known for Division I basketball, soccer, cross country, as well as golf for men. And we also have club sports and intramural sports on campus. So there's an array of different things you can participate in. One of the unique things about our liberal arts education is that we're really focused on you being able to get tools in a different set of subjects. We want to make sure that whatever opportunity comes your way, that you're able to take advantage of it. And this is through the help of your professors. They're not just going to be an individual who teach you one class and they never see you again. These are individuals who are going to know your name. They're going to ask you what your plan is for the next semester or for graduate school. So they're going to be individuals who are invested in making sure that you don't just pass their classes, but that you find internship opportunities within the field you're interested in. So I wish I had more time to tell you more about my personal story, but that will be another time. St. Mary's is also well known for a collegiate seminar. We want students to have these discussions about some great writers and thinkers such as Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Martin Luther King Jr. We want you to be able to share your ideas and perceptions about how you interpret things with your peers. So this is a course you would take 4 terms. And what this means is that you are going to be the one leading the conversation in your class. So yes, there'll be moments where you agree, there'll be moments where you disagree, or there'll be moments where you learn new perceptions. Now at St. Mary's, many students may have their major identified already, but just because a student has an idea of what they want to study, or if they're still searching, we want to make sure we encourage you to study something different than your career. So I studied general psychology, but there was an opportunity to take a teaching class or to take a creative writing class on campus. Could have been the analysis of Breaking Bad. And then we also have opportunities for you to go abroad for 1 month. January term is a month you try something different from your career at St. Mary's. Other universities, you are able to take courses for your major, but here we really want you to explore different options outside of St. Mary's. We do have the option to study abroad a whole semester, and we have a program that will tell you what classes are transferable and if those credits will transfer into account. So we don't want you to lose any semester because you travel abroad. And real briefly, these are all of our majors we offer at St. Mary's. Know that many students double major or they'll major and minor. And the other thing I just want to say real briefly is that we do have academic advisors and faculty member that can meet with you, talk one-on-one to discuss your career plans. We do have some popular majors, and just because they're popular doesn't mean that they're impacted. So some of those majors are business administration, psychology, kinesiology. All of our performing arts majors are well known, and many students come to this university for that, as well as our creative writing program. And so are many of our STEM majors. So you will see many students come to St. Mary's because of those specific degrees, but we'll make sure you get into those introduction level classes. Real briefly, St. Mary's does offer a range of different merit scholarships for incoming first-year students. This depends on your personal statement, your letter of recommendation, and then your official high school transcript. So we do a holistic overview to determine your eligibility. The amount offered to incoming first-year students is a little bit higher than transfer students, and that's because first-year students do have to live on campus their first year. But as an incoming transfer student, you have the option to live off campus or live on campus, but it's not a requirement. Real fast, our application deadline. So incoming first-year students, early action is November 1st. If you are interested in applying departmental scholarships, we do ask that you complete early action. We do have an additional $13,000 that students can apply for specific intended majors. Also, always ask universities if they have a waiver code. You could save a little bit of money, right? Applications can add up, but every year we provide a new waiver code. For those of you who may want to apply later, we have January 15th, regular decision. Know that both of these days are non-binding. And what this means is you're just gonna apply later and you'll find out around March or early April if you're admitted. With early action, you'll find out 2 weeks after November 1st. So you'll find out maybe around mid-December if you're admitted. I've reached the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Hi, thank you. So we will have the next representative. Is someone from University of Laverne here? Okay, so we'll have the representative from University of Redlands.
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm going to share my screen as well. Let's see. All right, I think you can see hopefully my screen. Can I maybe get just a thumbs up if you all can see?
We can see it.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I know we're only doing 3 to 4 minutes, so I'm going to try to really keep myself here on time. My name is Belinda Sandoval-Sosweta. I'm the Associate VP of Admissions here at the University of Redlands. And we have a lot to share, I think, as all the presenters do. So, you know, the takeaway for those of you that are watching really is just please communicate with us, contact us. We have a lot more to share than what you're going to get today. But behind me is a picture, and what you're seeing on your screen hopefully is a picture of the administration building, I believe, of the University of Redlands. Actually, no, you're seeing the chapel, but it is a beautiful location. We are central to the beaches, the mountains, the desert, and what you know, being in Temecula, you're probably less than an hour just drive from our campus. So we definitely encourage you to come out and visit us. You'll see that where we are located is really a perfect place to be a college student. It's going to give you the accessibility to so many outdoor spaces, but it also gives you the accessibility to our downtown Redlands area, the northern part of Redlands, which is brand new kind of shopping center, shopping area. And then we're very excited about the start of a new train line that will come all the way to the campus. So for students who are in the LA area, it will certainly make us a lot more accessible. And then if you're a student here at Redlands, getting out to LA will be that much more accessible as well. So very exciting. We have less than 2,400 undergrads on our campus. So our campus is very small. We are considered a small liberal arts university. We do require students to live on campus all 4 years, and the experience on our campus is I think one of the things that really makes being a student at the University of Redlands just that much more exciting is that you get to have a home away from home and be able to experience 100 plus clubs and organizations, our 21 Division III athletic programs, club sports, intramurals, and our Greek system, and so forth. We're also a campus that really does take a lot of pride in being a Hispanic serving institution, as well as an institution that enrolls over 50% of our students identifying as students of color, and close to 45, if not just a little bit over 45% of our students identifying as first generation college students. So there's a lot of support, a lot of opportunities for being a part of the community and feeling like, you know, you can make your mark, you can leave sort of your mark on our community and change the trajectory of your family's life entering into higher education. I'll share with you as well that we have, I mentioned over 100 different clubs and organizations. One of our newest additions to the campus is our Esports Program, which is really exciting. We're in the process of opening up an esports arena, and our director of the Esports Program is really fantastic. So if any of you are into esports, that is definitely the most sort of up and coming thing that we've got on our campus, and really a lot of opportunity for involvement there. I mentioned already our Division III athletic programs, our 21 athletic programs. About a quarter of our students come in as student athletes, and the rest of us are maroon and gray Bulldog fans. And so there's a lot of opportunities to come out and cheer for the Bulldogs, unless you're out on the field playing a specific sport. Campus diversity and inclusion, as I mentioned, is a very important part of who we are and sort of the identity of our campus. So a lot of opportunities to be engaged and to build community on our campus. I'm just going through some of these slides really quickly so that you can kind of see them. The intent of our education is really to foster students who are going to give back to their communities in some way. We have over 40 different types of programs that students can choose from. So there's a lot: biology, psychology, communication sciences and disorders, the Johnston program, which is a create your own major, and our Conservatory of Music within the School of Performing Arts are some of our most popular. But we have a lot to offer and a lot of different configurations of these majors, some minors that students do, really make this an exciting place to be. I always tell students that we could be all in the same room having the same major, and we will have very different experiences depending on the kinds of classes that you're taking and the type of additional activities that you might add. We are a semester institution, but we do have a May term, which allows students to take one class during the month of May. Very important to us as well is your transition out of the world of being a college student and into the world of work. And so we have our Office of Career and Professional Development that will work with students, not just when you're graduating, but when you arrive to campus and then beyond the graduation. We also have a very unique opportunity for our students. We call it the Redlands Promise, and this is an opportunity for students to have financial support during their time at Redlands. So we're very generous in our financial aid, as well as, there are merit scholarships, talent-based scholarships, and others. We also are very committed to graduating you in 4 years. And we also are promising to our students that you have access to master's programs as well through our 4+1. So there's one in education, there's one in business, and one in geographic information systems, or GIS, or mapping. As I round out my presentation, just to let you all know that we do offer admission for both first year as well as transfer students. We use the common application. We are test optional. Our deadline for first year students is coming up. November is early action. Regular action is in January. For students who are transferring to us, we have a spring start. The application deadline is in November and the fall is in March. And then I'll lastly just share with you, as you kind of look at the slide, one of the things that we have for our students who may be Cal Grant eligible, and that's about $125,000 or less for a family of 4 in terms of family income, typically qualifies as a student for Cal Grant. But if you're a Cal Grant and you have a 3.5 GPA, we cover tuition with a combination of your merit as well as state, and then any federal funding and institutional funding. So you heard that right. It is sort of a full tuition scholarship that students receive, or combinations of full tuition will be covered in your financial aid award letter if you're 3.5 and a Cal Grant A recipient. There's lots more to share with you, but I think I've come up to my time. So I'll just end with inviting you to come and learn more about the University of Redlands. We are a really great local option for you. Local, but kind of not local. We're not too far away, but we're also, not super close. And so we invite you to come out. We have a preview day on November the 5th, and we'd love to see you and your family there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So next we'll have the representative from the University of the Pacific.
Hello, I'm Matthias Elijah Lopez. I'm an assistant director at the University of the Pacific. I just want to say thank you to the city of Temecula for holding this event for the students that are in attendance and those who will be using this resource to consider going to college. And I really urge you to go to college. You can look at us and the other UC, CSUs that have been helpful in attending this event today. I'm just going to briefly go over some of our more prominent programs. I don't need to show you my slides, because if you have any questions about that, you can find my email and I'll be more than happy to send you those slides. But our most popular program is our Pre-Dental Advantage program, where you obtain a bachelor's of science in biological science. And that pushes you into an application pool for our Dagoni School of Dentistry, which is consistently top 5 of the world for School of Dental as a dental school. And then we have a Pre-Pharm Advantage program, which is about, it could be 2+3 or 3+3, depending on your GPA and what you're admitted into. But that pushes you into our Thomas J. Long School of Pharmacy, and that's guaranteed admission if you meet the criteria. And we also have a Pre-Law Advantage program. So if you apply as a legal scholar, you are guaranteed admission into our McGeorge School of Law, which is in Sacramento. University of the Pacific, our undergraduate campus, is in Stockton, California, which is 45 minutes south from Sacramento and about an hour 15 from San Francisco. Our other 2 campuses are graduate schools, one of which is in Sacramento, as I mentioned, called McGeorge, and the other school, the School of Dentistry, is called Dagoni. I want to talk about our school being a liberal arts school and the amount of students that go to our campus. We have about 3,000 students that come to our campus. Our student to faculty ratio is around 13:1. Our average class size is around 17 students, because some of the STEM courses do have a little bit more students. A good fit for us is students that really thrive in smaller communities. We do like all of our students to be involved in community. If you're a more of an introverted type of student, that is totally okay. There are some personalities like that, but they still do like to be involved in community, and that may look like going to sporting events. We are Division I. We have Division I sports. What program we do not have are like lacrosse, field hockey, and football, unfortunately, but we do have like swimming, water polo. They call us Water Polo U. We're ranked number 4 in the nation right now, and we have 7 Olympic athletes in those respective teams, both women's and men's. As far as an education goes, Like I said, what is a good fit for us is our students that like to thrive in community. You're going to be in small classrooms where we're practicing the Socratic discussion method, or you're going to be, it's going to be less lecture based and more. You're going to having discussions with your professors and peers, which is helpful in obtaining letters of recommendation, as some of the other admission representatives from other schools have stated today. But it is a powerful thing, and it also allows you to understand what you're most interested in. Just because you're interested in philosophy or political science, there are more diverse tracks just beyond that, right? There's some different. You could look at voting behavior, and you could also look at campaigns and elections, which is a little different than just voting behavior. And someone said, do we have men's volleyball? We do not have men's volleyball any longer, but we have women's volleyball, and we do have a game tonight where we play Portland State at 7 p.m. Pacific time, if anyone wants to tune in, that whoever's in attendance or even other reps. But good question. With that being said, if you have any other questions at all, you can feel free to reach out to me. But I would say overall, we would recommend you come to visit our campus, see if we're a good fit for you, see if you enjoy our campus. And we tend to be very friendly on our campus. We enjoy talking to one another all around the campus, from people and admissions, people that are staff, to our students that are in our student body. So that's all I have today. If you have any more questions, you could reach out to me. My email is mlopez3@pacific.edu. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So next we'll go with the representative from Vanguard.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joy. Can you all hear me? Yes?
Yes,
Maybe?
you're good.
Perfect. Sounds good. So I am the representative from Vanguard University. I actually attended Vanguard. I just graduated May of 2021, and I'm going to keep this pretty brief as well. I know that we have future items throughout the event, and so I would be happy to connect with you guys during the breakout sessions, but let me go ahead and share my screen really quickly. Hold on one moment as I pick a particular screen. All right.
Joy, you're on mute.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Does it not share when I have it, or does it share?
We can see your
Can
screen.
you guys see?
You were just muted for a little bit.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Sorry, the technical difficulties. We're all good now.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So you can see the screen and you can hear me. Perfect. Okay. So we are a small private Christian university located specifically in Orange County. We are about 20 minutes away from Disneyland. So that's a great little landmark for people to know where we are. We are also 4.6 miles away from Newport Beach. We're very central in the Orange County area. There is so much to do around the area, and a very great opportunity to live, especially as a young adult, and figuring out what you want to do and where you want to go, because there are many job and internship opportunities and lots of fun things to do around the area. We actually have been around since 1920. I know that may be a little shocking, because that means that we celebrated our 100-year anniversary very recently. And that means that we are actually the first four-year university to be located in Orange County. There's plenty of fantastic universities and colleges in Orange County, but we were the first, so that's kind of our little rise to fame. We actually built the student center that you see here, which is basically the heart of campus, where we want all of our students to hang out and to dine and get to know one another. We also have our very own coffee shop in here. But overall, just so that you guys know a little bit more about the population, classroom size, and what that looks like, we are very small. We're at 1,700 undergraduate students, and our average classroom size is at 20 students at the moment. So I know a lot of my colleagues here also have pretty small classroom size, which I think is so important in your education to be able to have more of a discussion in the classroom and face-to-face interactions with the professors. Our student-faculty ratio is 17:1. Now we have over 39 different degree programs. Our top 5 majors include business, psychology, kinesiology, biology, and liberal studies if you are wanting to pursue education. We have many different unique programs, so I would recommend, if you guys are interested in Vanguard in particular, to speak with me after in the breakout session or reach out to me directly. I'll go ahead and give you my email address afterwards so that you are able to learn more about our programs and see what may be a good fit for you. So we are a private Christian university, so having a strong spiritual climate is a really big part of who we are. Great foundation in each day-to-day at Vanguard. So what that kind of looks like, we have 30 different chapels that we ask our students to attend throughout the semester, but we offer over 100, and they're basically like church services. We will have, and any students from any faith background are able to apply and see if Vanguard can be a good fit for them. But it is a really big part of the way our aspect in the community as well as within the classroom. We have 5 core Bible courses the students take over their time at Vanguard. And so that will help you get a great foundation and kind of unbiased study of the Bible within these core Bible courses. We want to make sure Vanguard can be a very fun place for you. We have a very strong and connected community. You're going to be able to make friends and meet people that will know for the rest of your life here at Vanguard. And there's so many great opportunities to get involved. We actually are in the process of building our brand new gym, our Freed Center that you can see here. It's going to be 3 stories with new kinesiology labs as well as study spaces for our students. So that's going to add a lot to our community. But you can also see in the background on the right-hand side, we also have our dorms right on campus. Our campus itself is very small. It's very easy to get to and from. I wouldn't recommend this, but you could honestly wake up 10 minutes before class and still make it to class on time. So it is just a very nice small community, and there are many opportunities to get connected within our intramural sports teams and campus clubs. We have anywhere from wiffle ball to basketball to soccer to spike ball for intramural sports teams if you want to play uncompetitively. We also have different culture-based clubs. We have a club called The Mix for students who identify with different cultural backgrounds, getting to come together and celebrate. We also have our El Puente Club serving our Hispanic community. We have Black Student Union, Asian Pacific Islander Club. We also have different interest-based clubs such as our surf club and hiking club. So lots of ways to get involved and make friends right on campus. We are an NAIA D1 school and affiliated with the GSAC, and that just means that we compete against a lot of other schools that are similar to us. And this is a list of our 18 different athletic programs. So if you see a program here that you'd be interested in, I would definitely recommend going on our athletic page and reaching out to our coaches. I will go right into the application process very briefly, but it is very easy to apply. It takes about 15 minutes to go on our online application using the website here, vanguard.edu/apply now. We typically ask for a $45 application fee. However, if you guys are able to speak with me after or reach me, I'd be happy to provide you an application waiver code so that you are able to apply for free. Because we are a Christian university, we do have that opportunity for you to share your Christian experience. If you've had any church or faith background within this Christian experience statement, it's typically a 500-word essay. However, if you'd prefer to just have a conversation with one of the admissions counselors like myself, you may not even have to write an essay to apply to Vanguard, which is great. And then with transcripts, we will be looking at your 10th and 11th grade unweighted GPA to award you with scholarships. We are test optional, so SAT and ACT scores are not required, but if you do end up taking one of these tests or both, I'd recommend sending your scores anyway, because that can only benefit you through the process. I know that when you hear private school, it may be a little nerve-wracking as far as financial aid. However, Vanguard is well known for how generous our financial aid is, how generous our scholarships have been in the past. About 97% of our students receive financial aid, and we were ranked in the U.S. News and World Report as #1 in the category of most students receiving merit-based aid. Now, with academic scholarships alone for freshmen, they range from $10,000 to $25,000 each year. And then for transfers, they range from $10,000 to $16,000 each year. And that's stackable with any other aid you might receive from the FAFSA, as well as any aid from merit-based scholarships like athletics, music, things like that. So Vanguard could end up being a much more affordable option than you may think. So I'd recommend applying just to see what academic scholarship you may be eligible for. Now I'm going to keep it on the screen for just a few moments, because if you are interested, feel free to scan this QR code and be able to send us some information, and we'll be able to give you some visit dates. We'd love for you to come out to our campus in Orange County and hit the beach while you're at it, maybe Disneyland. And you can also just go on the website vanguard.edu/tellmemore, and we'd love to connect with you. If you guys are wanting my information, I can see if I can type it in the chat, but if not, my email is joy.chapman, CHAP as in Peter, MAN, @vanguard.edu, and I'd be happy to connect with you over through this process. Thank you so much, and I guess we'll move it on to the next person.
Thank you very much. So next we'll have the representative from Western Governors University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Kimberly Ellis. I'm the Transfer Pathways Manager for Western Governors University. I oversee transfer pathways for California, Arizona, and Nevada. So thank you very much, City of Temecula, for having us. I will give a brief overview about WGU. We are 100% online. WGU is celebrating our 25 years in higher education this year. So yay, our 25th anniversary. As I mentioned, we're 100% online. Our home campus is in Utah, but you can study wherever you are. We offer programs in business, education, IT, and health professions. And one good note about our degree program in IT is that as a student, once you complete a particular course in our information technology program, you'll receive 2 vouchers to take the certification exams. So not only will you have the courses that are comparable and needed in the field, but you'll also have the certification exams when you finish the term at WGU. WGU is affordable. We have a flat rate tuition of about $4,000 for a 6-month term. And what that means is, as a student, you can take and complete as many courses as you can for one flat rate fee. So it's advantageous for students who are self-starters, fast learners, quick study, who want to be able to get in and complete as many courses for one price. There's no application. There's always a free application fee for WGU when you go online to www.wgu.edu. We also have transfer pathways. So if anyone has completed community college credits, you can go online and see our transfer pathways at partners, that's partners.wgu.edu. You can search for California, or if you've completed courses in other states, you'd be able to list the state and view the college and view your transfer credits. Let's see what else I can say. Our probably most popular program is going to vary by industry, but we've noticed that the College of IT and the College of Business Applications are up in all 3 states. Nationwide, I would say business management is our most popular, as well as cybersecurity. We just received our CAE designation for our cybersecurity program, and we're one of few colleges that offers online cybersecurity bachelor's and master's degrees. We do offer a RN to BSN or RN to MSN option for students who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's degree in nursing, in education. The highlights are we have embedded in your curriculum in the education is that you will study for your certification, your teaching credential while you're in the program. So once you're in the program, you'll study for the teaching credential. So when you graduate with WGU in the College of Education, you will have your bachelor's degree as well as your credential. And because our home campus is in Utah, you will have 2 licenses, one for California, one for Utah. So if you decide to move to Utah, you can go work immediately. All right, so that probably is my 3 minutes. Look forward to meeting with you in our individual chat sessions. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. So we'll move on to the next representative, which will be from Whittier College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cindy. Thank you so much for inviting us. I'm the Associate Director of Admissions for Whittier College, and I have a slideshow to share. And I'll try to stay within my 3 minutes. But if I run out of time, I'll be in the breakout room and I can help with any questions there. So I think you all should be able to see this. Okay, as I said, I'm with Whittier College. We're a private 4-year liberal arts institution. We're located in Whittier, California, which is in the eastern part of LA County. Of course, we're very central to everything. We're close to the beaches. We're close to amusement parks, only about 20 miles from downtown LA. The great thing is because we're in the middle of such a big city, there's a lot of exciting opportunities for internships and fellowships. A lot of our students have interned with JPL. They've also been interns at movie studios. Here you'll see the list of our majors and minors. We have over 30 majors and 40 minors. Our most popular majors include biology, business administration, child development, English, kinesiology, and psychological sciences. We also offer the Whittier Scholars Program, which is a program that lets you create your own major. So if you have very specific postgraduate plans or if you have very unique interests, you can combine courses to create your own major with the help of a faculty advisor. I should also note that none of our majors are impacted, so that's not an issue at Whittier College. You'll be able to get into the major that you're interested in and the courses that you need to graduate on time. We're a very small college. We have only about 1,500 students. Our average class size is only 19 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 12:1. So you will receive a lot of hands-on learning, hands-on attention, one-on-one attention, so that we can make sure that you're successful in college and you get the help that you need while you're there. We were recently named one of the most liberal, most diverse liberal arts colleges in the country. I think we were ranked 17. 40% of our students are first generation, which means they're the first in their families to go to college. And about 69% of our students identify as students of color. We also have a large international student population on campus, which is about 7% of our student population. We use a common app and we have 2 deadlines. You'll see that the first one is November 15th. This is our early action deadline and it's non-binding. It just gives you another option when you're applying to colleges. It is completely free to apply. So whether you apply for the early action deadline or the regular decision deadline, you won't pay a fee. As I just mentioned, you'll have to complete your common app. We also ask for a personal statement, 2 letters of recommendation, one from a teacher and one from a counselor. We'll ask to see your transcripts. That'll be from 9th through 11th grade, and we are also test optional. Please make sure you fill out your FAFSA. The opening date for that is October 1st. Of course, we offer need-based aid, so we'll consider your FAFSA when awarding aid, but we also offer a merit award, which is the top one listed there, the John Greenleaf Whittier Scholarship. All of our admitted students receive a merit award, and the amount can range anywhere from $15,000 to $36,000, and we'll consider your GPA for that, as well as the strength of your common application. So you know that if you're accepted to Whittier, you will at least receive a $15,000 merit scholarship from us, which helps make a private school education a lot more affordable. Once you're a student at Whittier, we do have leadership scholarships, talent scholarships, alumni scholarships, and this is for students who have a parent or two parents that attended Whittier College, and the Broad Oaks Scholarship, which is for students that attended our Broad Oaks Academy on the Whittier campus. My contact information is listed here, as well as the contact information for all the other staff in the admission office. Again, my name is Cindy. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. You can also call, but I'll also be in the breakout room in a few minutes to help you out with anything that you might be wondering about. Thank you, and thank you for inviting us.
Thank you so much. So next we'll have the representative from Southern California Institute of Architecture. And then after they speak, we'll go on to having the representatives from the other schools who I didn't mention in the chat present. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica Don. I'm one of the admissions counselors over at SciArc. So hello, hello. I'm just going to really quickly share my screen. All right, so I'll try to go really quickly. I know we don't have much time. Hi, everyone. So I'm representing SciArc. We're one of the only independent architecture schools located in Southern California. So we're located in the Arts District, and in particular, I'm talking to you all about our undergraduate program, which is the Bachelor of Architecture program. It's an accredited 5-year degree, and this would be one of the programs that you would need if you are looking to pursue a career in architecture. So we like to teach students that architecture is a little bit more than just buildings. We like to teach them that you're going to be more of a cultural provocateur. It's a combination of technology, arts, and materials. On the left, this is a project by our director, Hernandez Alonso. And then on the right, this is another project by one of our faculty members, Alexis Rochas. And that's one of the pavilions that was actually shown at Coachella, I believe 2017. So that's kind of what we're building it out to be. So it's just more than just what you would normally think, which is buildings. All right, so architects as leaders, yeah, we're trying to build our students to be architects as leaders, to have a vision, to have some type of just a vision for the future, to be creative, and to be someone that's going to be influential. In terms of our ranks, so we're ranked top 10 undergraduate programs according to the 2019-2020 Design Intelligence Rankings. So we're number 2 in design technologies, number 3 in research, number 3 in design theory and practice, number 5 in communication and presentation skills, and number 5 in healthy built environments. So you might be wondering, what exactly does an architecture program / school consist of? So the design studio is basically kind of the main component of any architecture program. These are your project-based courses where you're basically going to get a prompt. It's going to be about 50 students per classroom, but about 3 faculty in each classroom. And these are going to be where you're going to be spending most of your time in your classes. You're going to be, building, brainstorming. You're going to be getting a lot of hands-on like critiques and a lot of assistance from your faculty and your peers. So it's a little different from your traditional school where you'll possibly be submitting your essays. You'll wait a week to get some feedback, submit a second draft, et cetera, et cetera. In these types of settings, you're going to get a lot of critiques and a lot of assistance in real time. And then our project culminates in a thesis project where you're going to learn how to culminate kind of everything that you've learned up until now. And then you're going to have your own viewpoint when it comes to architecture. You're going to do your research on it, and then you're going to present it in front of a jury of practitioners. And this is a year-long project that students complete before graduating. We have a lot of well-known faculty members. We have Hernandez Alonso, Ming Feng, Elena Madrofini, just to name a few. And just a recap of the Bachelor of Architecture program. So again, it's a 5-year program, accredited degree. It's a hands-on studio-based program where we teach you design excellence and technical expertise. There is a liberal arts component to it. And then primarily, a lot of our instructors are made up of practicing architects. So a lot of our students have been known to gain internship opportunities from that. But not only that, you're able to get more insight on what the current state of architecture is. So again, we teach design excellence, technical expertise. There's a liberal arts component. So this might be something that you may be a little bit more used to, which are the lecture-based courses. And then it culminates in a thesis. So these are just some examples of, some of our thesis weeks that we've had at our school. In terms of location, we're located in the Arts District. So we're about 10 minutes away from Little Tokyo, but it's kind of begun, or it's already been, it's kind of a cultural hub for LA. There's so many art exhibits, there's restaurants, coffee shops, you name it. There's just a lot to do around the area. And we like to take a lot of influence from that. In terms of our facilities, there's so many different facilities for students to use to kind of aid them through their undergraduate journey. There's an array of wood, metal, plastic working machinery. We have 3D printers, CNC mills, high-speed laser cutters. Again, just some pictures of the resources. One of the questions that we do get a lot in terms of traveling abroad, we do have some initiatives in Bogota, China, Mexico City, Mumbai, and then Australia, Austria, and United Kingdom for our exchange programs. And then just to finish it off, we do have a summer program for high school students. So it's a 4-week program where students kind of, they're able to build a portfolio for college admissions, learn design software, go on field trips, meet other students, and kind of get their feet wet when it comes to architecture, if they're still trying to figure out if that's something that they would like to do in the future. And that'll be all. This is our contact information. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So next we'll have the representative from Pepperdine present.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Let me just get my screen set up here. Thank you again so much for having us here today. There I am. Hi. Okay, so I've got my, just gonna share my screen here. Okay, can you see my screen okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, so my name is Rachel. I am a recruitment advisor for the Pepperdine Grazia Dio Business School. Specifically, the program that I recruit and advise for is the Bachelor of Science in Management, which is a business degree. It is housed under our graduate school, but it is a bachelor's degree. I am located in West LA, but most people know Pepperdine University as the magnificent campus that is in Malibu, California. It is as beautiful as they say, for sure. So some of the key takeaways for today, I'm going to try to fly through this. I know there's still some people to go after me. This program is geared towards working professionals, students who do have a part-time or full-time job. They work during the day. Classes are weeknights and some Saturdays. It's also a very flexible program. It is cohort-based, so if you do need to kind of lessen the load, it's totally fine, but you won't be with your cohort anymore. We do have very generous merit scholarships. We do require 2 years of work experience. So the more work experience a student has and the higher their GPA entering the program, the more merit scholarships they can earn towards their tuition. So you can actually get 2 degrees in as little as 3 years. The cool thing about our BSM program is that once you complete those 2 years, you can actually fast track into your MBA for an additional year. And we do the work for you. What that means means is that you don't necessarily have to go through your counselors at the community college. You definitely can if you want to, it's totally fine. We just mean that we, as recruitment advisors, we make a planning summary for you. We tell you whether you have the 60 units required for transfer or not. And if you don't, we actually help you pick the classes that are needed to finish out those 60 units. And Pepperdine is definitely possible for students. I know that private universities tend to have that stigma of that price tag, but as I mentioned, we do have a lot of generous scholarships and a lot of financial aid opportunities for students as well. So some factoids about Pepperdine University. It is, this slide is a little bit old, but it was ranked number 50 in the national universities according to US News World Report. We also now have 46 majors and 47 minors at the traditional undergraduate campus in Malibu. We have a 13 or 14 to 1 student to faculty ratio. Average class size is small, as some other folks have mentioned, with private universities. Rated top 5 for international programs. And some of the most popular majors at the traditional undergraduate campus is business administration, psychology, biology, economics, and sports medicine. So here's some contact information for some of our campuses. The Pepperdine Graziadio Business School, the fully online program. Hannah is my assistant director. Some information, it's only a BS in management. It's just that degree program. We do require 60 units for transfer and at least 2 years of paid work experience. We do like to tell our students it does not have to be business related. It doesn't have to be in an office setting. Any job, any part-time, full-time job that you have listed on a resume definitely counts as work experience for us. It is a 2-year completion program where classes are in the evenings and on some Saturdays. As I mentioned, you can get an MBA in 1 additional year. And we do have a tag program if you have a 2.8 GPA or higher. So we do have that transfer admission guarantee. Whereas the Seaver College, that's the college that is on the Malibu campus. Ashley is the contact person. That's the home to all other Pepperdine majors, those 46 majors. They do have separate requirements for transfer, including a requirement of living on campus, but there is a really great housing program for students there. They have an articulation agreement with California community colleges. They do have the potential to be completed in 2 years, the bachelor's degree, but there is no tag agreement. So something to think about. So the Bachelor of Science in Management format, it is a 2 years to BSM completion program. It's a transfer program. 60 units of transferable courses are required. You graduate with the BSM with 120 units in total. So you got the 60 coming in, and then you finish your 60 out with us. We have 15-week trimesters, which means you can start in the fall, spring, and summer. It is accessible to the working professional. We got the evening classes, like I mentioned, and it is a fully online program as of just this past month, which means that students do not have to move anywhere. They do not have to drive anywhere. However, as a Pepperdine student, once they get admitted, you do have access to all of the resources that Pepperdine offers their students. You can access the Malibu campus, the West LA campus. We also have Calabasas and Irvine. If you wanted a place to study, you can absolutely go to those campuses as well. So the Mba Joint Degree, you can earn your MBA in 1 additional year with the Pepperdine BSM degree. And in fact, students who complete the BSM program with a 3.4 GPA or higher are eligible to waive an entire year off of the MBA program. And students who complete the program, the BSM program with a 3.0 GPA or higher are eligible to waive the GMAT requirement going into the MBA program. Additionally, we do have Scholars Awards. This doesn't apply to the online MBA. The MBA is in person, but if you graduate with a 3.7 or 3.8 GPA from the BSM program, you can get 50% of your tuition in a scholarship for the MBA program. And if you graduate with a 3.9 or 4.0, you can actually receive a full ride for the MBA program. So here are some of our transfer requirements. They're very similar to the IGETC and the CSU breadth requirements. They're actually, in my opinion, just a tiny bit easier because we don't require a language and we don't require a science lab. Basically, all you see here, just 1 English class, look at English 101 or higher, college algebra, math or higher as well, just 1 class, 2 social and behavioral science classes, 2 arts and humanities classes, 1 natural science class, 3 additional GE classes, and 30 units of electives is all you need to transfer into the BSM program. As I mentioned, the TAG agreement, the transfer admission guarantee, 2.8 GPA or higher, 60 units of qualifying coursework from a California community college, at least 2 years of paid work experience. And we do accept the IGETC and CSU courses for transfer. As I mentioned in the previous slide, those are just the classes that you need to make sure that you have transferring in. We do have an abroad program that's available to the BSM, MBA, and MS students. There's a 1-week global interactive course. It counts as 2 units towards your program completion. You can study in Asia, Europe, Latin America, and several other locations. And it is a combination of classroom learning and company visits. I'm sorry. The BSM program is really, really hands-on. All of our professors are in the business field, so they are great resources to help get your foot in the door as well. So our scholarships, we offer anywhere from $4,000 to $7,500 per semester off of your tuition based on your GPA and work experience transferring in. We also offer a $2,500 referral scholarship, which is basically if you know anyone that is a current Pepperdine student, an alumni, a faculty member, or a staff member, you can have them fill out the referral scholarship form, and it's an automatic $2,500 off. However, the referral does need to be completed before application submission. So before you hit that submit button, definitely do that referral scholarship for an easy $2,500 off your tuition. Some facts about spring 2023, which is the upcoming semester. You can receive up to 57% of your tuition off in scholarships to help fund your education, and students do receive that scholarship award based on cumulative GPA and professional work experience. It's definitely possible. Like I said, I know that some people get a little bit turned off by the price tag of a private university, but just some information from summer 2022 with 170 BSM and MBA students enrolled. 93% of students are receiving some type of financial aid, whether that's a loan, a grant, or scholarship, or a combination of those. 98% of the business school students do not default on their student loans, and 68% of BSM and MBA students do borrow some loans. Average loan debt of student loan borrowers is about $27K, and the average loan debt of all 170 students that were surveyed is about $18,000. So here's some contact information, our QR codes for my team. Hannah's our Assistant Director of Recruitment and Advising for the BSM program, and myself and my colleague Jose, our QR codes. You can scan them right now, take a picture, screenshot of your screen. Our emails are down below. And I think I have one more slide, but it kind of is finicky about going. Okay, so some program deadlines. The spring 2023 semester, the deadline is still not here yet, so definitely take advantage if you're interested in applying for the spring semester. Our priority deadline is October 3rd, and you do receive a $1,000 application incentive scholarship for applying by the priority deadline. The final deadline for the spring session is November 1st. However, if you apply after the priority deadline, that application incentive does not apply. Classes start January 3rd for the spring semester, and the application for the summer and the fall 2023 sessions are open as well. Yeah, and that's all I have. I know that I kind of sped through that, but we don't have a lot of time. So thank you so much for having me again. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Rachel. So we do have a change in the schedule. So we do have some technical issues on Zoom side, so we will not be having the breakout meetings, but I will open it up after the end of all of our presentations. Just if you want to add anything to what's already been presented, if you remembered something that you wanted to add to your presentation but didn't get a chance to, we'll cover that then. Thank you so much. And then we'll have our final presenter present.
Can you guys see that? I think.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I don't know, I'm having some technical difficulties with my side of the screen, but it's okay. So we are Menlo College. So we are located in the Bay Area. We are about 35, 40 minutes from San Francisco. It's a good place for opportunity. We have plenty of internships nearby that we're well connected with, that our students tend to do internships at Google, Tesla. If they're into sports, a lot of them go to the Golden State Warriors. It's a good area. It's a nice start to your career. So at Menlo, you'll fit in. We're about under 1,000 students at Menlo, and every 4 out of 10 students is an international student. We were ranked 16th as one of the most diverse countries, or one of the most diverse colleges in America. So our student faculty ratio is 17-1. That has gotten a little bit bigger since we did build a new dorm on campus recently to house another 300 students. So that number has gone up by 2. We have 40 plus student organizations on campus. We do have a lot of clubs, so we always tell our students, like, if there's something you want to do and we don't have it yet, just say something, because we like our students to be super involved and we like them to be happy. We are driven by success here at Menlo, so a lot of our students, it's a really tight-knit community, and like I said, our location is just a key to our internship opportunities for our students. So our professors are really involved with our students. They're really there for you step by step all along your whole entire time at Menlo, and even after that. We have a good alumni center here on campus that a lot of our students come back to, and they get help, trying to find their first job if they didn't return back to their internship, which is what a lot of our students do. So these are our majors. Primarily business focused, but we do have psychology, real estate, and sports management. We also do give you the opportunity to bring aboard and build your own major here at Menlo. We've had a lot of art students come to Menlo. We've had a lot of photography students and political science and things like that, communication majors as well. We are an NAIA school, so we do have the opportunity to offer athletic scholarships. We have 16 teams on campus, and we also have cheer and dance, Olympic weightlifting, and we also have esports. Those are non-team commitment sports. Our internship program is really, really good. We prepare our students really, really well. We help them with their cover letter, their resume, and we host those events on campus. So this is just a photo of our students right behind our El Camino dorm, and they're just preparing to go inside and, prepare for their interview. We have over 500 partnerships with other companies in the Bay Area, which a lot of our students go to. We're really well connected here in the Bay Area. So with that, a lot of our students go back, and a lot of companies like Google and Facebook, they know Menlo students really well, and they know our work ethic here, and they really have welcoming and open arms for our students. And I think my slide stopped. Oh, there it goes. So we are a private school, Menlo. We are a private school, but we are really affordable. Our average financial aid package is about $35K. And it's $24K guaranteed. And if you decide that you want to live on campus, that's an extra $4K on top of that. 99% of our students do receive financial aid. And as I mentioned before, the average financial aid package is $34K. And that changes based on merits and need-based too. So we do offer a lot of scholarships and grants that could lead to 0 out-of-pocket costs, which we have the valedictorian scholarship. So if you have a 3.9 GPA or higher and you're ranked 1 or 2 in your class, then that will cover your tuition fully here at Menlo. And like I said, we also have the Menlo California Opportunity Grant. You will get hired quickly. That's kind of one of our pride dimensions here at Menlo, is that across all of our majors, 87% of our students get jobs within their first year of graduating, and it's in a field in what they studied. I personally did psychology at Menlo, and I got hired 3 weeks later after I graduated. This is just some of our past students that we had. So Harrison here, he actually was a photography major when he first came to Menlo, and he ended up pursuing his passion at YouTube.
Jessica actually played basketball here at Menlo, and she studied psychology, and she ended up going into a transitional behavioral program that allowed her to like give back and help athletes transition from that athlete life into like a full-fledged like functioning adult after. And then Chris Garrett is one of our like most well-known Menlo alums because he brewed his first beer here on campus, and he runs Devil Canyon Brewing Company, which they always come back to Menlo and give back, especially during graduation season. They're always back and they host a lot of events on campus. But he actually came in as a marketing major, but he found so much potential and passion in what he loved to do that he ended up graduating as an entrepreneur. And these are just some of our admission requirement deadlines. We have the Menlo Express app, and we have the Common app. Our application is 100% free. Some of the early action non-binding ones, our deadline is November 15th. That would just get you a regular decision by February. And enrollment deposits are due May 1st, but you could always get that waived just by posting on social media. And this is just our information. And that's it. I try to go quickly.
Thank you so much. So if there is still somebody who hasn't yet presented, feel free to present now. And if that's not the case, then if there's anything anyone wants to add, feel free to do so now. Okay, so it looks like we're done with this webinar session. I just want to say thank you to everyone who presented. This recording will be available up on YouTube shortly, hopefully within this next week or so, so we can share it not only with the Temecula community, but also if you guys would like to share it amongst yourselves, you may do so as well. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding with the technical issues. We really appreciate your participation, and we hope to have the event again in person next year. Thank you so much.